Hello, everyone. My name is Indra Nooyi. I used to be the Chairman and CEO of PepsiCo between 2006 and 2019. I'm sure many of you know me because of that position I held. I came to the United States 45 years ago to pursue my dreams and aspirations. And I was very lucky to, in fact, have become the first woman, the first immigrant, the first person of color to run a Fortune 50 company. So in every which way, I did realize my dreams and my aspirations, and I feel very fortunate for that. But the reason I'm recording this video is to talk to all you young people who are looking to come to the United States or are here already pursuing your studies. Because I've been reading and listening to all the news about several examples of Indian students finding themselves in unfortunate situations. So I thought what I'd do is share with you some pieces of advice so that we can improve the situation and the ease of integration of you Indian students as you come to the United States. To start with, let me tell you honestly and from my heart that people in the United States, being multicultural, are friendly towards foreigners, especially Indians. We're very lucky to have that sort of a welcoming environment for us here in the United States. Many of the well-known names in the Indian American community came here as students and have now made it both in the USA and made India proud in the whole process with their contributions in different walks of life. So it's a very positive story. However, let's not forget one thing. The United States is a big country, and there's different cultures, and there's a range of educational facilities. So when you choose to come to the US to pursue your education, please, I plead with you, choose your university and course carefully. And also remember, the studying in the US is expensive. It's not at all cheap. It's very expensive and would not necessarily secure a job for you here today. It is not guaranteed. Nor should it be your objective in this globalized world where India itself is offering huge numbers of opportunities for educated people. So think of that when you apply to universities, and also realize that coming from India to the United States is a sea change for anybody. But for all of you, it's a cultural sea change because you don't have the comfort of your families, you don't have the comfort of your communities and ecosystems. So when you come to the United States, be very watchful in the initial months of your landing here in terms of who you select as friends, the new habits you develop, and how you cope with cultural changes. Because it's very easy to get caught up with all the freedoms you have and think that you should experiment with everything. Be very, very careful. Be very aware of the resources available to you in your universities and local communities. I would strongly suggest that you engage with the university support system, the local Indian Consulate, and local Indian Americans to learn from their experiences and seek their support whenever it's needed. Don't forget, all of these resources exist to help you and ease your path into the United States. You know, Indian students over the years are known for their hard work and success. But sometimes we also come across incidents of some youngsters experimenting with and eventually getting addicted to drugs such as fentanyl. This is lethal. Let me repeat, this is lethal. These are extremely harmful for your mental health as well as your physical health and will definitely be detrimental to your career prospects here. So, yes, many of the Indian students are known for their hard work and success. Please do not verge into this whole area of experimenting with dangerous stuff. Most importantly, do not partake in unlawful activities. Understand the law and stay within the law. Many international students are not familiar with the laws and regulations of their host country. It is important to know the consequences of your actions, and hence you have to stay alert all the time. You need to know your visa status and its permissibility towards part-time employment. Do not violate the law. There might be activities which would not attract penal action in India, but it might do so in the United States. So make sure you understand the laws of the two countries, what's permissible here, and what are the boundaries of what you can do as a foreign student in the United States. That's the best way to stay above the law. You should also know the safe areas in the city in which you're residing or traveling. Please avoid shady neighborhoods. Do not venture out late into the night alone, or do not venture out very late in the night at all. If you have to go out, make sure you do it in, reasonable sized groups. There's safety in numbers. And while you have to go out and, be around in the night, make sure you know the services offered by your university and avail of them. Because nothing like using your university resources as a helping hand. One of the things I want you all to be very, very watchful of is money mules. There are people, scam artists, that are constantly looking for people to scam and take money off of. Be careful of money mules. Be careful of social networking scams which abound. And most importantly, anybody making a telephone call to you requesting your personal information, your bank account details, etc., for money transfers, don't fall for them. Do not provide your personal information. That is your personal information. Don't let others claim it. And by doing so, they claim your identity. So be very, very careful. Stay connected with each other. If you have a group of friends, make sure you're constantly in touch with them and each of them knows to check up on you. And one of the greatest things about Indian families is that we're all very tight. Please stay in touch with your families back home. And if they don't hear from you in a few days, for any period in time, they should check up and make sure you're safe. And so should your friends. Make sure you develop that buddy system. One of the things we're realizing in recent times is becoming more and more important is your mental health. Please do not neglect your mental health. Whether it's depression, it's anxiety, whether you have dark thoughts, worry about all this. Because the education system in the US is rigorous. And it can be a bit lonely because it's not a familiar environment for you. And life here is fast-paced and busy. And it causes a lot of stress. But believe me, that stress can be managed. But you've got to take steps to manage it. And this is what I would suggest you do. Write a journal, put your thoughts down so people know what you're thinking of, and you too can go back and see what's causing you to get upset or agitated. Read books to calm yourself down, good books to calm yourself down. Communicate with fellow students. Talk about it with your buddies so that each of you can be a support structure to each other. Travel in safe places, travel outside your university environment, get to know this beautiful country, take photographs, record it, reminisce about it, enjoy it. And most importantly, establish an exercise routine because physical health in many ways impacts your mental health. Don't become a couch potato. Don't just stay on your social media and your streaming devices. Make sure you make time for exercising. And it's important to remember that the journey to better self-care is not linear. In the case of having a dull day, don't beat yourself up. Many of us do have dull days, have days that we feel like, what the hell are we doing here? That's okay. Don't beat yourself up. Seek the required support. Talk to friends. Get out of your funk, if you want to call it that, and take each day as it comes. Also, when you're here in the United States as a student, keep in mind that your objective is to acquire knowledge, upgrade your skills, so that you can be a leader in whatever you choose to pursue. I would be sad to see that you're limiting your ambitions to just job opportunities in the United States because India needs you too. So if you got educated here and went back to India and contributed, it's a very, very fulfilling thing for you. And so I want to close this little video that I prepared for you to say, you've come to a land which offers phenomenal educational opportunities, is multicultural and welcoming. Wants you to succeed. That's why it has all of these support structures around it. But you have to do your part too. And I've outlined all the things you can do. Please do your part. It's up to you to make sure you do what it takes to remain safe. It's up to you, your friends, your community, and your families back home to constantly be in touch with you to make sure that you remain safe. And on your part, in summary, stay within the law. Do not venture out into dark places alone in the night. Do not engage in drugs or excessive drinking, please. All of these are just formulae for disaster. And most importantly, yes, study, work hard, but also make sure you have a life outside your work and take care of your mental health and your physical health. Together, that should lead to a great educational experience for you here in the United States, like it did for me. Thank you all, and I hope you found this video useful. Best wishes and good luck.